Good evening, everybody. Good evening, all of you. I know you are angry with me. But first thing first, can you see me? Can everybody see me and can everybody hear me? This is live session. Nobody has recorded me and sent me. I can read your messages. Ganpati, can you hear me? Priyadarshini, you can see me, you can hear me. Yup, clearly. Thank you so much. And who is this brat who's trying to Google where Ritu ma'am has disappeared? Lini, yes. Thank you and loads of love back to Kerala. You know that. Binatul, you're there. I'm so glad. I hope this time suits you all because I wanted to see you all. Study or no studies, I just wanted to be with you. I wanted to see you all. William, my bache, Abila, Mani, superstar. Okay. Meenu, Darshini, Ananya. I missed you too. I missed you all so much. Ganpati, I'm good, bache. William, I'm good. I'm so good. You can see me. I'm not going anywhere now. I'm just not going anywhere now. I'm with you. My parents are fine, bache. Both mama and papa are absolutely fine. They are in Jaipur and they are enjoying Touchwood. They are happy. Junaid, hi. Priyadarshini, monkey. All my monkeys are there. Meenu, I missed you too. All right. Yes, I am definitely here. Okay, everybody ready? You remember the instructions? Where are those monitors? You know, I had elected some monitors. Have they also ran away like Ritu ma'am? But right, you know, somebody said it right. You must Google where Ritu ma'am is. How does Ritu ma'am disappear like that? You must try to find out, catch her and bring her back like this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not going anywhere, leaving you all. No way. Okay, now let's see. What are the rules? Water bottle. Oh my God, I forgot my water bottle. Okay, I will just get my water bottle also. I'm here only. Yes, Ganpati. Water bottle, NCRT. Shashta, walaikum assalam, bache. I hope this 8:30 timing suits you all because for a few days, bache, I will be with you at this time only. Shashta, I missed you too so much. Wasim sir will also be back very soon. I am back. He's gonna be back also very soon. How can we leave you? Don't worry. We are all going to be with you. Don't worry. Binatu, loads of love to you also. Loads of love to you from Mumbai. I am back in Mumbai. Just a second, bache. 1 minute. Alright, now let's see. Shall we start? Oh my God, the spamming of heart, I missed it so much. Nobody would send me so many hearts like the way you people do. Nobody does that. Gayatri, you there? Wonderful. Shweta, Tamil Nadu. My God, beautiful place. NCRT book open, water bottle. We are doing neural control and coordination. Take brain out, brain out, brain topic, brain. Today we'll do brain. Nenawat Mohan. All right, let's start the class. All right, so there it is. This female who had disappeared is back now. Thank you. Okay, so let's see, and everybody see now. Magic, it appears. Thank you so much of love. I'm not going anywhere really with all those hearts. I'm definitely not going anywhere. Keep your water bottle with you. Have a sip of water, all of you. When Ritu ma'am has water, you need to have water with you. Okay. Now, you all heard of this. I talked about it one Sunday, the day I was leaving. Before that, I talked about V.O.T.E. I hope you appeared for this. If you have not, do it now at least once. At least once appear for this. It is free of cost. It was on 28th March, then 4th April. Now we have 11th and 18th. Have you already appeared for it? If not, do it now. Register it, do it now. Whatever price you get, send it to Ritu ma'am. Okay? Alright. So, this is a pure comeback for you, which we always say. 2020 was such a setback. Now also, I hope you, everybody in the family, mom, dad, grandparents, your brothers, sisters, your neighbors, everybody, I hope is taking good care. Now also, last phase of kind of a lockdown and closing down. Very soon, we are going to be vaccinated and everybody would be again hugging back together. So here, now, V.O.T.E exam, you already know about it. One quick brief about it, bache. All India level LILE, it's a free exam. Okay, how are you going to gain out of it? If you have already not appeared for it, what are you going to get out of it? Okay, in-depth performance analysis, how in-depth I'll talk about it. Guaranteed scholarship from a pool of 500 crore. Tell me students, tell me my brats, how many zeros are there in that? Okay, and then daily challenges. There are daily challenges and exciting prizes worth rupees 1 crore. We are talking crores. Okay, and then you can get to be Vedantu CEO. You will be my boss. For that one day, you are going to be my boss, and as such, you are my bosses only. See how much you are yelling. Ritu ma'am, we are angry. Ritu ma'am, we are angry with you. So you still are my boss. So see officially Vedantu CEO for a day and win a trip to NASA. Take Ritu ma'am along. Okay, win a trip to NASA. This has been always a dream for all the kids. Okay. And what is there? Exciting prizes, and you already know this. Win an all expense paid educational trip to NASA. Then gadgets like drones, telescopes, laptop, microscopes, CEO of Vedantu, and the trip to NASA. And how to vote. And if you have not already done that, this is for you. Lazy bums, absolutely lazy bums. Free of cost. Come on, register it and try it once. Okay, now here you have to register and create a voter ID. This is the voter ID you will get. You will register, you will get a voter ID, and you need to pick your days. Now you are left with 2 days. 11th April and 18th April is still pending, right? Who knows, you can just get it. Okay, then download the app or visit vdnt.in/vdnt elite here. Okay, let's see. And here we have physics, chemistry, bio, 90 questions, 22, 46. Bio weightage is always high. All right, then +4 and -1, right and wrong, you don't attempt it, you don't get any marks. 0 and 90 minutes duration. And for 12th standard, it is 45, 90, just like NEET. So this is a very good preparation for NEET. Now 45, 90 pattern is the same as NEET, +4 -1 and 3 hours, 180 minutes paper for you. All right, have you liked it? Have you liked the session? Have you loved the session? Where is the option to love the session? Look at those hearts. Look at those hearts. Thank you, Janvi. Sandesh, thank you. Danny, thank you. Priyadarshini, all those fruits I really need. I need those fruits. Ashifa, good evening. Artika, you did not get notification of lecture. Very bad. Okay, all of you. Chalo, let's start. This is my favorite topic. This is my most favorite topic, brain. It's the brain. Okay, now let's see. So everybody ready? Next almost 50 minutes to 55 minutes, just you and Ritu ma'am, and nobody else exists in the world. I am your best friend and you know that. Yes, and I'll talk to you such interesting things about brain now. Okay, let's start with the brain. First of all, those children who were with me on that Sunday when I had just taken a general session of brain, you know what is the scientific name of brain? What is the scientific name of brain? Who is going to be telling me? What is the scientific name of brain? I want it written there. Somebody tell me. Very good, Linny. Very good. Now come on. Let's begin talking about the brain. Does it show on black? No, it doesn't show on black. Okay. It is encephalon. Okay. En means inside. Cephalon means where? In the head. In the head. So that's why brain is called as encephalon. I told you, you're my smarter children. Everybody is calling it brain. You say, oh, you're talking about encephalon. All right, wait, hold on. Okay, it's encephalon. Okay, then this is something which I've already done. Now, this kind of beautiful detailing is not there in NCERT book. But you are my smart kids. You always have been my, Are Baba, what do I say? My most favorite brats. Okay, now, this is something I'm doing only for you as reference so that you get to know your brain better. Alright, now out of this, there is a very small part of it is in NCERT, but at least you should know this outline. So be my smart children. If this flow diagram you do not have, just make it somewhere. Just make it somewhere in NCERT book itself or your notebook, wherever. Okay, let's start talking about it. Okay. Just 3 to 4 minutes and you will know each and every part of the brain so well. Okay, you know, this is when I say brain is studying itself. Brain is studying itself. Okay, let's start. This is the brain. Brain is called as encephalon, in the head. Are you making a beautiful, beautiful flow diagram with me? Brain is divided into 3 parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Depending on where is the position, this is forebrain, then there is a small little chotu-sa midbrain, and then back here is the hindbrain. Right? Depending on where is the position, forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Alright, now they also, now if you want to, and if you want to sound already like a doctor, learn the scientific names. Forebrain is called as prosencephalon. Say that word. Prosencephalon. Say it loud. Let mama hear it in the kitchen. Let dad hear it in the kitchen. Is dad in the kitchen? Tell him to go in the kitchen and cook and let mama sit with you and study with me. Okay. Midbrain, mesencephalon. Midbrain, mesencephalon. Hindbrain, rhombencephalon. Pronunciation should be correct. You are students of exclusive English channel. Elite. You are elite kids. So the pronunciation cannot go wrong. People call it asthma. No. My children call it asthma. Right? Isn't it right? Okay. How long are you going to keep distracting me with those beautiful hearts? Okay, so now let's learn. Brain, encephalon. Forebrain, prosencephalon. Midbrain, mesencephalon. Hindbrain, rhombencephalon. Simple. You can cram it up very easily. Forebrain has got 3 parts. What are those 3 parts? I always say the first and foremost comes your nose. Nose right in front. First is the olfactory lobes. In the forebrain, the first part is olfactory lobes. Second part is the biggest, largest part of the brain. Okay, 85% of your cranium is filled with that only. Okay, that's cerebrum. Okay, third part is the room-like structure. This I did in my Sunday session. Okay, diencephalon. Third is the diencephalon. All right. So forebrain has got three parts, which is olfactory lobes, cerebrum, and diencephalon. Diencephalon is room-like structure. When I say something is a room-like structure, what does it mean? If I'm saying diencephalon is room-like structure, it has walls, it has a roof, it has a flooring, it has a cavity, right? Then comes mesencephalon. I told you when I was a student, I used to find these names very cruel names. Very cruel names. Two parts. Crura cerebri. With cruel you remember. Crura cerebri and corpora quadrigemina. Corpora means bodies. 4 bodies. Corpora quadrigemina. Say that again. Crura cerebri. Say that. Crura cerebri. Corpora quadrigemina. If at all they give you something little bit away from NCERT but still connected to NCERT, this can be that something which is connected to NCERT but not directly in NCERT. So be my good children, learn with me. Okay, last hindbrain, rhombencephalon. What are the 3 parts? You know these 3 parts. Pons. Lovingly, we call it, very lovingly, we call it pons. Otherwise, it's pons varoli. Pons varoli. Okay, this is VAROLII. But you can call it just pons. Okay, but condition is, call it very lovingly. Alright, cerebellum, the chotu brain, it's called as the little brain. Okay, then last part of the brain, medulla oblongata, and then from medulla continues the spinal cord, CNS, brain and spinal cord. Okay, so from medulla extends the spinal cord, right? So forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, and 3, 2, 3, right? And you remember the name. What is this I have written in red boxes? This is to make you little more smarter. I told you, is your brain solid or is your brain hollow? Your brain is hollow. It is filled with cerebrospinal fluid. It is filled with CSF. CSF, cerebro means brain, spino means spinal cord, cerebrospinal fluid. Okay, so it is hollow. It's got cavities. And how many cavities does brain has? In it, brain has 4 cavities. It has 4 cavities. And all those 4 cavities are called as ventricles. Now, I'm going to make you, in this flow diagram itself, I'm going to make you understand where are those 4 cavities. Which part has those 4 cavities? The largest part, cerebrum. This is the largest part. It is divided right from the middle into right hemisphere and left hemisphere. Cerebral hemisphere, you heard the names, bache. Okay, right cerebral hemisphere and left cerebral hemisphere. Alright, both these hemispheres have got 1 cavity each. Okay, so first and second ventricle, we write ventricles with Roman letters. Okay, first and second ventricles are in cerebrum. They are in cerebrum. Okay, and third ventricle is in the neighboring part. Third ventricle is in the neighboring part itself, which is that diencephalon. Third ventricle is in diencephalon. Okay, then fourth ventricle is in the hindbrain. It's in the hindbrain where it starts from pons and extends in medulla. Cerebellum is behind. It doesn't come in the way. I'll show you the diagram. So I'll explain it to you. So fourth ventricle is in pons and medulla. Cerebellum doesn't have a cavity. It is solid. It is solid. Okay, now let me see. 4 ventricles. I gave you the position. Cerebrum 1 and 2. Diencephalon 3rd ventricle. Pons and medulla 4th ventricle. Right. Now, What is filled in these ventricles? What is filled in these ventricles? CSF, right? So CSF is there inside the brain. CSF is also there outside the brain. Outside the brain where? In meninges, I'll be talking about it. So CSF is there inside as well as outside the central nervous system also. Okay, now tell me, CSF in the brain, is it stagnant? Is it stagnant or is it circulating? I want the answers there. CSF, is the CSF, you understand the meaning of stagnant? Stagnant means it's just standing there. It's not, there is no inflow, there is no outflow. That's called as stagnant. Okay, is it stagnant? Write S if you think CSF is stagnant. Or is it circulating? Write C if you are telling me it is circulating. Is it stagnant or is it circulating? I am talking about CSF. Yes, tell me. Dipanshu is saying it's circulating. Jyoti is saying it's circulating. Shweta, circulating, circulating. Arundhati is saying stagnant. Okay. Now all of you, most of you are correct. It is circulating. It is circulating. Got it right? Now listen to me. You are listening to me. After so many days, you better listen to me. Okay, if you don't want Ritu ma'am to disappear again. So you'll better listen to me. Now see this. If it is circulating, that means there should be connections in between these ventricles. First, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to the canal of spinal cord, from fourth to the canal of spinal cord. What is that canal inside the spinal cord called? It is called as a central canal. I will be talking about it. Okay, so it should be, when the CSF is circulating, there should be connections. Are you going to be my smart children and learning the names of this connection? Not needed for NEET. I can guarantee you. They won't ask you in NEET. But let's do it. Let's learn it. Okay, first, second and third are connected by a foramen. There are two of them. First, suppose there are two ventricles, first and second, and down this third. So there are two holes connecting first and second to third. What are they called as? Foramen of Monroe. Say that. So cute. It looks like, that Bengali Rosgulla. It's so sweet. It's all round. Foramen of Monroe. Say that. Foramen of Monroe. Okay. First, second, connected to third by foramen of Monroe. Then third, because they are close, first, second and third are close, so they just opening and the CSF flows down into the third. From third to fourth, there is a duct. There is a long duct which is filled with the fluid. What is the fluid? CSF. Okay, in the brain, the duct filled with the fluid, cerebral aqueduct. What is it called as? Cerebral aqueduct. That's it. If you know this much about the brain and its part, you are super. You are so ready. Okay, now this is first and second to third, foramen of Monroe. Third to fourth ventricle is cerebral aqueduct. It's got another name also. Do you want me to give you another name? Or you say, no, ma'am, it's already so many names. Okay. Are you going to be cribbing like that, complaining like that, or do you want another name? I am giving it and you are learning it. Okay. It's also called as cerebral aqueduct, is also called as aqueduct of Sylvius. You learn it, because when I'm doing Menti on Saturday, I might put a question which only the students who have attended my lecture will know. Others will not know. So you will get the marks. Okay. So Cerebral aqueduct is also known as aqueduct of Sylvius. Got that right? This is all of brain in front of you. Brain is studying itself. Okay, so this, did we get it right, bache? Although I agree, there are new names for many of you, there are new names, but don't worry. One time, twice, thrice, if you go through it, it will be clear to you. The most difficult names were the midbrain names, and we know it, cruel names, crura cerebri, corpora quadrigemina, both starting with C, done with. Okay, now I want to ask you a question. It's right there in front of you. It's right there in front of you. Okay, shall I keep it in front of you so that you can cheat in any which way possible? Okay, I'm going to give you a part of this, one part of the brain. I can pick up any. I'll just say that. I'll move away from the screen, don't worry. I will give you one part. You just need to tell me one thing. Is it solid or is it hollow? I'll give you specific one name. You tell me solid or hollow. Got that right? Okay. First part. Cerebrum. Cerebrum. Solid or hollow? Okay. Saransh, nice to Cerebrum. Manmeet, no bache. Shri, Saransh, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Do you know when is a part hollow? If ventricles are there. See, where are the ventricles? If that part has got ventricle, it is hollow. If that part doesn't have a ventricle, it's solid. Did you get it right? Now, okay, null and void. First question cancelled. Okay, I'm going to be asking you again. I'm starting. Got that right? If that part has got a ventricle, it is hollow. If that part doesn't have a ventricle, it's solid. Okay, so now you will be writing one before your answer. You will be writing one before your answer. 1. Cerebellum. Cerebellum. Tell me, you can solid or hollow? Solid or hollow? Cerebellum. Got that right, got that right. Shweta, how are you? Oh my God, Gitu, Mani, Junaid, Charan, Lini, Gayatri, Saransh. Saransh, you got it? Right. Your answer earlier was wrong. Okay. Now second. Okay. Second. I want to trick you. I want to ask a tricky question. But what is tricky now? Okay. Second, tell me. Write 2 and then solid or hollow. Pons. Solid or hollow? Meenu, Binatul, Srinidhi. Okay, done. You got it. You got it right. All of you got it right. That's brain for you. Okay, now let's start talking about. Okay, what is the function of brain? Now let's check your NCERT book. Hardly one page and brain starts and gets over also. What is that? Okay, now let's see. The brain is the central information processing organ of the body. Everything. See, Ritu ma'am, move the hand right now. That is brain. I'm talking, that's brain. I'm thinking what I need to tell you. I'm just thinking after this, I need to talk to you about hypothalamus. I'm thinking, no. Not before hypothalamus, I need to tell my children cerebrum. Who's doing that? Which organ? It's brain. Okay, so voluntary movements. Okay, balance of the body. See, I'm standing. I'm not dropping off. Okay. Okay, I'll give you one example later. So, balance of the body, right. Functioning of vital involuntary organ. Do you think right now my pancreas would be releasing insulin, glucagon, somatostatin? Yes, of course. Do I know about it? No, of course. I don't know about it. Okay, who is controlling them? Thank God it's been controlled. Do you think there is peristalsis happening in me right now? Yes. Sometimes it's so loud, it goes dhoom dhadam, it goes. And everybody can hear, even the neighbors can hear. Okay, so that, the tummy gurgling, who's doing that? Brain. So involuntary organs, thermoregulation. Let me see. If I put you at the beaches, okay, in the same thin t-shirt like this, okay, if I pick you up and put you at the beaches in Kerala, oh my God, I want to come there. Okay, same t-shirt. It's hot. It's humid there. Okay, your body temperature, I'll check your body temperature. Then I pick you up and I put you close to Binatul's home, Srinagar. New Year Eve, I put you there, right on top of a snow peak mountain, same kind of thin t-shirt. I check your temperature. It's going to be the same. That means your body controls the temperature. There is a thermoregulator. It's a very important part of the brain. Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus controls body temperature. One smart word, thermoregulation. Hunger and thirst. I'm thirsty again. You know what? Just now, all of you have a sip of water. Okay. When I felt I'm thirsty, who was sending the message? Ritu ma'am, quickly mama, quickly pick up the bottle. We are thirsty. Blood doesn't have enough of water in it. Blood is getting concentrated. Please drink water. Which part? Hypothalamus. By the time I end your lecture, hypothalamus will also be telling me, mama, please food also. No glucose also. Glucose also finish. While you were explaining so many things to your brats, all the glucose got used up. ATPs finish. Mama, glucose. So I am then hungry. So hunger and thirst center in brain. Hypothalamus. Okay. Circadian rhythm. You people, you destroy your circadian rhythm like nobody else does. Ask Ritu ma'am, what circadian rhythm am I talking about? You have, okay, not you. The normal, regular human being. Not you, please. I'm sorry, not you. Okay, the normal, regular human being. They wake up in the morning, say 6:30, 7 o'clock. Then by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they are sleepy. So they will have a short cat nap. And then they wake up in half an hour, 45 minutes. Then at night by 11:30, they go back to sleep. So sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up, 24-hour cycle. We are supposed to be, are we supposed to be nocturnal animals? No. We are supposed to be diurnal animals. Okay. But no, you do it absolutely opposite. So, but the regular function of this sleeping and wake up cycle is called as what? Controlled by, again, hypothalamus. What is this, man? Everything about brain is taken care by hypothalamus only. Let's move ahead. Endocrine glands activities. Pituitary, known as master gland. Where is it the master? It's not the master. It's the hypothalamus which is the master, which controls pituitary. Hypothalamus is known as the master of the master gland. Right? So, endocrine gland activities. Human behavior. You love me so much. You missed me so much. When I was gone, you missed me so much. you know what was that which was missing me so much? Limbic system in your brain. There is a system called limbic system which made you, where is Ritu ma'am gone? We are so angry with her. That angry, there is a part in the brain called amygdala. Okay, where is Ritu? How can she leave like that? Okay, now she's back. All those emotions, brain, heart, nothing. Heart, nothing. Heart has got nothing to do with emotions. It's the brain. Okay, so that is your brain. Okay. Brain is the site for processing vision, hearing, speech, memory, intelligence, emotions, everything. Everything is happening in here. Now, so if everything is happening in the brain and it's so important, protect it, darling, protect it beautifully. How are you going to protect it? You are protecting your brain by one very important way. How? First of all, of course, you have, this is the brain. Okay, so here, okay, this is the brain. All right, this is the brain. How is it protected? You have this bone, cranium. This is the cranial bone. This is cranium. Just below the cranium, there are three meninges. There are three meninges. Okay, meninges means membranes, connective tissue membranes. Okay, what are those membranes? All right, now those membranes are outer layer, the first from outside, then the second middle one, and the third inner one. Dura Mater, outer one is called as Dura Mater, this tough one. Okay, this one. This is called as Dura Mater, or actually it's also pronounced as Dura Mater, but more commonly it's called as Mater. We can call it Dura Mater. Okay, Dura Mater. Then arachnoid mater. Arachnoid mater. Just learn the names right now. I'm going to be talking about it. Then pia mater. Pia mater. Okay, now these are the three. 1, 2, 3. What is the common word in this? Common word is mater. Mater is the, what does mater means? Mater means mom. What is mom doing? What is mama doing in the brain again? Okay, mater means mother. Okay, what is mother? Why is this word here? The way mama protects you from anything and everything. Sometimes from dad also. Many times from dad also. So the way mama protects you, same way these meninges, they protect the brain. That's why the word mater is there. Okay, so Dura Mater. What does the word Dura mean? Dura means tough. Dura means tough. Why are we calling it tough? Because it is made up of collagen fibers. It is made up of bundles of collagen fibers. Protective. It is protective. Arachnoid means net-like. Okay. Arachnoid is, okay, no, so I'm going to give you another word. Okay. Arachnoid means web-like. See this? This one? This one? Okay, this is, we call this connective tissue as reticular connective tissue, which forms a network. So this is arachnoid mater, or we simply call it arachnoid. Okay, next is pia mater. Pia means soft. Soft. This is the innermost meninges. The singular of meninges is meninges. Meninges is the singular. The innermost meninges is pia mater, and pia mater, it's the soft. You know, it's just like your mom actually. Dura means tough. Sometimes mama is tough. She is yelling at you. Okay. Then pia means soft. most of the time she is soft on you. She is all lovey-dovey to you. Okay, and then arachnoid is web-like. Web-like is confused, mama. What to do with you, my God? Okay, so this is tough mother, web-like mother, and soft mother. Okay, so 3 meninges from outside to inside: Dura Mater, arachnoid mater, and pia mater. All of them connective tissue membranes. Pia mater, but inside one, it dips inside the brain also. Okay, pia mater is nothing but blood capillaries. Pia mater is all blood capillaries. So these blood capillaries, they dip inside the brain also, like this. Got that right? Let's move ahead. Okay, this is the image in your textbook, NCERT book. Keep it open and check this image. Check this image, all of you, bache. Okay, see this forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Now you know each and every part of the brain. Forebrain, 3 parts: olfactory lobes, cerebrum, and which was the third part? Diencephalon. Diencephalon. Okay, so forebrain has got cerebrum. Just see where is the labeling. Everybody will see this image in your NCERT book. Cerebral hemispheres. This is, I told you, cerebrum is divided into 2 cerebral hemispheres, right and left cerebral hemisphere. Okay, I am going to be talking about this. This is a bridge. Corpus callosum is a bridge. This is a bridge which connects the 2 cerebral hemisphere. This can be a NEET question. This can be a NEET question. I am going to be talking about it. Corpus callosum. Corpus means body. Callosum, bridge. The bridge which is connecting the 2 cerebral hemispheres. Okay, see why? Why do you need? This is that bridge, bache. This, you can see this C-shaped thing. This is corpus callosum. This is corpus callosum. Why? Why you need to bridge? This is my right hemisphere. My right hemisphere controls my left hand movement, and my left hemisphere controls my right hand movement. It's opposite. The right hemisphere controls the left side of the body. The left hemisphere controls the right side of the body. It's opposite. Okay, now tell me, if I want to move both my hands parallel together, see, 2 hands, I want to move both my hands absolutely parallel, same time movement. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, what am I doing? I'm coordinating right hand with my left hand. That means I am coordinating both the hemispheres. If I am coordinating both the hemispheres, should not there be a bridge between the 2 hemispheres to make it a coordinated movement? You walk. When you walk, do you walk right, left, right, left, left? Do you walk like that? No. You walk right, left, left. I'm talking about your legs. Okay, unless until you are jumping like monkeys, which you do sometimes. You are coordinating your movements. How? Both the cerebral hemisphere beautifully coordinating. Which is that part which is helping you coordinate? Corpus callosum. The bridge. Okay, then comes cerebral aqueduct. Oh my God, this is my most favorite thing. Cerebral aqueduct. Now, if you remember my previous screen well, which ventricle and which ventricles were connected? First, third to fourth ventricles. Sorry. Okay, wait. Cerebral aqueduct, third and fourth ventricles connected. Where was third ventricle? Which part? If you have the flow diagram, write it down there in the chat. I want answers coming. Which part of the brain has third ventricle? Which part has third ventricle? Sanidhya, please concentrate on the lecture. Bache, corpus callosum. Sam, I am. Yes. Diencephalon. Diencephalon. Okay, where is diencephalon? I keep telling you, diencephalon is the room-like structure. Where is that room-like structure? This one in blue. This one. This is that room-like structure. It has got the third ventricle. This has got the third ventricle. This is diencephalon. And this is this part. This part is diencephalon. Okay, now third ventricle connected to fourth ventricle. Where is fourth ventricle? In pons and medulla. Where is fourth ventricle? Fourth ventricle is fourth. Wait a minute. Okay, fourth ventricle is here. This is fourth ventricle. What is that duct? What is this duct connecting the third ventricle to fourth ventricle called aqueduct of Sylvius or cerebral aqueduct? This is the duct which is connecting third ventricle in the diencephalon with fourth ventricle, which starts from pons, extends into the medulla, and cerebellum is behind. So this is cerebellum. This is cerebellum. Cerebellum is behind. That's why cerebellum doesn't have that cavity. Okay, now let's see. Check other things also. This is that room-like structure. Let's say again, this is that room-like structure, diencephalon. This room has got walls. What are those walls called as? Thalamus. Thalamus is singular. Thalamus, thalamus. And both the walls together, what do you call them? Thalami. We call the walls as thalami, plural. Okay, and the floor is called as hypothalamus. This part, this is the hypothalamus. And what is hanging from hypothalamus? What is this little gland hanging from hypothalamus? Okay, it's not labeled here, but you know which is that gland. It is pituitary. It is pituitary. Got that right? Hindbrain has got three parts: pons, medulla, and right behind. This is pons, this is medulla, and this is cerebellum. Each and everything in this diagram you should be knowing. And I will not absolutely, and of course, what is it extending into? What is medulla? Medulla is extending into what? Spinal cord. Medulla is the last part of the brain. It is extending to what? Spinal cord. It's extending to spinal cord. Everything you should be knowing. All of this diagram. Alright, let's move ahead. Now, wherever I'm telling you, underline it, you will be underlining this. This is all now NCERT words. Okay, forebrain. The forebrain consists of, now they have not given each and everything of the forebrain. They have not written anything about the olfactory lobes, but you know it is there. But NCERT is the Bible for us. It's the final word. We are not going to leave even a single word from there. Forebrain consists of cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. I will be talking about it. First, one by one, we will be talking about it. Cerebrum forms the major part of the human brain. This is entire cerebrum. This is entire cerebrum. Moving ahead. Look at this, bache. Look at this. A deep cleft. You see this? A deep longitudinal cleft. Okay. Divides the cerebrum into two halves, which are termed as left and right cerebral hemispheres. Okay. These cerebral hemispheres, solid or hollow? Hollow. they have ventricles present in them. Okay, now where are the ventricles present? First ventricle, second ventricle. Okay, two cerebral hemispheres, both of them hollow. Okay, they've got first and second ventricle filled with cerebrospinal fluid present in it. So, a deep cleft. See this deep cleft? It divides it into two. But observe it, Vache. When it moves, observe it. In between, you can see a bridge kind of a thing. There is a connection. There is a connection in between. Let's observe that connection. This is that connection. The hemispheres, the cerebral hemispheres are connected by a tract of nerve fibers. What is the nerve fiber tract? Axons. Axons, myelinated axons. Why? Because nerve impulse has to be really fast. See this. What did Ritu ma'am do? I just did that. And my other hand was like this. There is coordination. When you're running, the coordination between two legs has to be so good, so apt, so fast. How is it possible? Myelinated neurons, myelinated axons. Okay, this is what you see here, the bridge. Corpus callosum. Underline, put a star there. Underline it and put a star there. Corpus callosum is the bridge which is connecting the two cerebral hemispheres. Got that right, Bache? What is corpus callosum made up of? This is added information for you. Okay, there are approximately 300 million myelinated axons. It's white in color. Myelin sheath is white. Okay, 300 million myelinated axons in an average corpus callosum. That is how quick the connection is. Okay, and also please remember, corpus callosum is a typical mammalian feature. If there is a frog's brain in front of you, and if there is a small mammal's brain, okay, in front of you, now you need to compare it. Just one feature you can distinguish between the two. Corpus callosum. Write down typical mammalian feature. Okay, corpus callosum. Then cerebrum. Look at this. Brain cut open. Brain. This is the brain and this is cut open like that. Okay. What do you see? Outer part is called as the cortex. Any organ for that matter. Peripheral part is cortex and middle part is the medulla. Okay, the outer part, the peripheral part is the cortex and the middle part is the medulla. Medulla is white color and cortex is looking grey color. Look at this. This is the outer part. Cortex. Cortex is grey matter. And medulla, the inner part is mostly white matter. What is grey matter and what is white matter? If I draw a neuron like this, okay, this is a neuron, okay, and there are these Schwann cells on it, okay, which part is white in color? Which part is white in color? Only this part. This is the only part which is white in color. Rest of the part is grey. Grey. So when I say in the brain or spinal cord, this is looking white. This part is looking grey. What does it mean? It means, you know how the neurons would be placed? I will tell you now. Neurons would be placed like this. Like this. See, Schwann cells. Like this. So where the myelinated axon is there, that is white in color. Cyton and terminal of axon, that is grey in color. Are you getting it? How we say, why we say this is grey color, this is white color in brain and in spinal cord. Wherever cyton is present, grey matter. Wherever myelinated due to myelinated axon white matter. Did we get it right? Now moving ahead. Okay, cerebral cortex, the outer part. When you see the brain, the cerebrum, the outer part. If you are touching it, if I am touching it, okay, what am I touching? If I am touching it, I am touching cerebral cortex, the outer part. It's got a lot of folds and grooves, it's got. Why? To pack more neurons in your brain. It increases the surface area. This will increase the surface area. It has prominent folds. Those folds are called as gyri. Singular is gyrus. And it's got grooves. Grooves are called as sulci and sulcus is this. Right? Now moving ahead. Look at the cerebrum. Cerebral cortex, and this cortex has got each hemisphere has got 4 lobes. Frontal, parietal, occipital and temporal. Did you learn the bones with me? Frontal bone, parietal bones, temporal bones and occipital one. The name of the bones is on the name of the part they are protecting. So each hemisphere has got 4 lobes, 4 and 4. Okay, what are those lobes? If I am touching myself here, this is which lobe? This is this one, frontal. This one, if I am doing this, which is this one? Parietal. If I am doing close to the temple, okay, which is this? Temporal. Which is the one behind? Occipital. Got that right? There are these 4 lobes. Frontal, parietal, occipital behind and temporal lobe. And all these lobes have got different functions. Different functional areas are present. So contains sensory areas. What is a sensory area? Suppose I'll give you one example. Okay, everybody listening to Ritu ma'am, you will understand it very well. Okay, sensory area. Sensory area is okay, in your head, in your cerebral hemisphere, very active right now. What is that doing? That is here. Okay, I am going to mark it here. Sensory speech area. Where is it? Let's give the example of right now. What is happening right now? Let's talk about that. Okay, it is somewhere here in the temporal lobe. Okay, in the temporal lobe. This is sensory speech area. What is it doing? It is receiving the impulses. What impulses? Ritu ma'am's voice. It is receiving Ritu ma'am's voice, just receiving the voice. It is just receiving. You are just listening to me. This is called as the sensory area. It receives the impulses. Next, motor area. Okay, before motor area, I'll tell you another thing. Association areas. Association areas are intelligent areas. Okay, where would you find? Suppose there is an association area, association speech area. It is in the parietal lobe. Actually, it is in the parietal lobe. What is the association speech area doing? I'll tell you. This area, this is, say, there is Ritu ma'am. Okay, this area hears Ritu ma'am. Sensory area heard me. Then the nerve impulses are transmitted to the association area. Ritu ma'am is saying that brain is also called as encephalon. Encephalon means in the head. Where is all that analysis going on? Association area. This is intelligent area. Association area receives the impulses, analyzes it, and then gives now sends the nerve impulses. Where is it going to send the nerve impulses? Motor speech area. There is a motor speech area in frontal lobe. What does that do? Association area send the nerve impulses to motor speech area, saying, telling what? Please ask Ritu ma'am, why is it called an encephalon? Why such difficult name? Why not just brain? So you speak up. When you produce voice, that is because of the motor speech area. That is the response. Now, did you understand the three areas? I gave you just one example of speech. Okay, sensory areas, they receive the impulses. Association area analyzes those impulses. Okay, motor areas gives the response. So in your cerebrum, there are sensory areas, there are motor areas, and there are association areas. All right. So this is what happens when a new, very pretty, cute looking girl comes to the college. You go to the college. Boys, I'm talking to you. Okay, boys, you join a college and then there is a very cute girl there and you just want to be friends with her. Okay, so you want to say something. Okay, you see her, sensory area, you see her, you look at her, you sense, oh my God, that's cute. Okay, then association area, I need to talk to her. I want to say hello to her. I want to spend some time with her. Okay, done with. So association speech area says, okay, go say hello to her. Okay, this is the area. This is called as Broca's area. Okay, this is called as Broca's area, which makes you speak. Most of the boys, I know you so well. Most of the boys, association area say, okay, go, say something. Association speech area has got this library of good words and some bad words also. But you pick up the good words. You need to impress her now first time. You pick up very good words. You pick up very smart, very dignified, very polite words. But what happens? The nerve impulse doesn't travel. The nerve impulse is not traveling to Broca's area. Learn more about Broca's area. Go Google and learn. After my lecture, learn about Broca's area. It's so interesting. So if it is not going to Broca's area, you will not be able to speak. You are tongue-tied. And your friend said hello to her. And she became his friend. Sorry, you have to fire up Broca's area. Okay, that is what these areas are all about. So see how beautifully coordinated brain is. There are sensory areas, there are motor areas, there are intelligent association areas. Contains, okay, sorry, it's repeated. I am sorry. Okay, now association areas are neither sensory clearly or nor motor. They receive the impulses, they analyze it, and they send the impulses to the motor areas. The association areas are responsible for complex functions. Underline this line. In your NCERT book, underline this. Association areas are responsible for complex functions like intersensory association. Intersensory association, you saw her. Now you want to speak to her. So the sight, the speech area, all of those connected. Okay, intersensory associations, memory and communication. You need to convey. So this is all analysis which is going on. Association areas are responsible for complex functions like intersensory associations, memory and communication. I suppose, I'll tell you one very interesting example. I go to Srinagar. I'm standing there. Okay, it's nice, cold, very nice. Okay, I feel the breeze, cool breeze on my skin. My sensation, the skin, I'm feeling the breeze. I can smell awesome, nice fragrance all around. I can smell that fragrance. I see snow peak mountains there. Okay, so what are these? Oh, I told you 3 senses. And I'm hearing some birds chirping. Okay, I'm hearing birds chirping. I'm feeling the breeze on my skin. I am looking at the snow peak mountains. I can smell flowers. All these sensations, all of these intersensory association, 4 sensations, all of them associated, and in my memory center, I will remember this beautiful place, which smells like this, which looks like this, which feels like this, is called as Srinagar. And I have come here as a holiday for 1 week. I wish I could stay here all my life. What is that? It's intersensory associations, retaining the memory, and it helps in communication. I'll come back to you. I am coming back to you, and I'm communicating to you. Such beautiful place. It smelled of pine cones. Okay, that is association areas. Got that right? Okay, this is association area. Thalamus, the walls. Thalamus are the, I told you, this is bache the diencephalon, the room-like structure. This is the diencephalon. The walls of the diencephalon are called as thalamus. The cerebrum wraps around a structure called thalamus. In the red, these 2 walls, that's thalamus. Thalamus is a major coordinating center for sensory and motor signals. All the signals which are going up to the cerebrum, coming down from the cerebrum, that means what? The sensory and the motor. Okay, they are going through these walls. These red ones, we call them walls. They are thalamus. Got that right, bache? Moving ahead. Hypothalamus. This is diencephalon. I'll just put it across like that. Okay. This is what I had taken in my Sunday lecture so that you are very clear about it. When I say, what was the third part of the forebrain? Diencephalon. Okay. Now, diencephalon is like a room. Okay, it's like a room. It's got walls. Walls are called as thalami. I'm talking about diencephalon. Okay, diencephalon. Walls are called as thalami. The floor is called as hypothalamus. And the roof is called as overthalamus, epithalamus. Okay, just that. The room is diencephalon. The walls are thalamus. The roof is epithalamus. What is the floor? The floor is hypo. Hypo means below, low. Hypothalamus. Okay, what is this ventricle? What is the ventricle in the diencephalon? Diencephalon has got 3rd ventricle. Simple. This now hypothalamus is the floor. You can't, in this image, bache, you can see the walls, and you can, do you see pituitary hanging in front? That pituitary is hanging from the floor. Hypothalamus. Okay. Hypothalamus lies at the base of the walls. At the base of the thalamus. The hypothalamus contains a number of centers. Hypothalamus is the big boss. It has hunger center. It has thirst center. It has temperature control centers. It controls pituitary. It's got some special neurons which secrete hormones. Hypothalamus secretes hormones. Hypothalamus secretes ADH. We are going to be doing the next chapter is that hormone chapter only. Hypothalamus secretes ADH and oxytocin. Okay, so it contains several groups of neurosecretory cells which secrete hormones Very important line. Hypothalamus is the most important topic in your NCERT book. Whatever is written about hypothalamus, underline it and put a star there. Put a star, hypothalamus. Everything. Temperature control, hunger center, thirst center, body temperature, eating, drinking, neurosecretory cells which produce hormones. And you know there are releasing hormones and there are inhibiting hormones plus ADH plus oxytocin. There are 9 total hormones. I'll be talking about those hormones in next chapter. Okay, hypothalamus, details of hormones in the next chapter. But right now, if you are my smart children, at least you will remember the number 9. Okay, now moving ahead. Limbic system. What is limbic system? Limbic system is the system of the brain which controls your moods, your emotions, your moods and your emotions, constituted by the, now important, underline it, inner parts of the cerebral hemispheres. They will give you in the option outer part. Wrong. Okay, this is limbic system. This is limbic system. Inner part. Okay, inner part. Please underline this. Inner part. This is limbic system. Inside. Okay, limbic system is not one part. Limbic system is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, various things which control your moods, your emotions. What emotions? So many emotions. Being in love with Ritu ma'am, being angry with Ritu ma'am, being frustrated. Where has she disappeared? Come on, there is no news coming. When is she coming back? Okay, and being angry can be of various degrees. You are just cutely angry the way you were angry at me. Gentle anger with me. Then you can be really angry. Boys, then you start fighting with each other, punching each other, and come back home with those blue-green eye, you know, hit by your friend. Your friend went with both the eyes swollen. Okay, very angry. Then extremely angry when people start killing each other. Oh my God. So see, one emotion, anger, can have so many different intensities. So there are different parts. There are different parts which control various emotions. Okay, so all those parts which control your emotions is completely called as limbic system. Okay, now moving ahead. What about limbic system? A group of associated deep structures like amygdala. You can write in front of amygdala. A for amygdala, A for aggression. Amygdala controls some people, you know, they're born kind of, we say, hot-blooded. At the drop of a hat, they get angry. They have slightly enlarged. There are more neurons in amygdala. Okay, some people are absolutely calm. Whatever is happening, come on, you know, let it be. I'm cool about it, kind of a thing. So they have little lesser number of neurons in amygdala. Amygdala, remember, A for amygdala, A for aggression. Okay, aggression. Then hippocampus, write down in bracket. Hippocampus is long-term memory. After 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, if all of a sudden you see Ritu ma'am somewhere in your city, on the street I'm walking, won't you remember me? Ritu ma'am, there. Hi Ritu ma'am, I'm so and so. I was in your elite batch. Which part kept that long-term memory? Hippocampus. Hippocampus is, you know, this, it looks like the seahorse. Hippocampus, see this part. Hippocampus, long-term memory. Alright, amygdala is a small little an almond-shaped part. This is amygdala. This is hippocampus. hippocampus. It looks like a seahorse. Okay, with the hypothalamus. But the main hero of limbic system, the main hero of limbic system is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. With the hypothalamus, it is involved in the regulation of sexual behavior, getting attracted to opposite gender, getting attracted to another individual. This is hypothalamus, which you very decently you call it falling in love. Falling in love is because of hypothalamus. It's hypothalamus which makes you fall in love with someone. Okay. Sexual behavior, expression of emotional reactions, excitement, anger, bored, absolutely don't know what to do with life. Okay. And motivation. Motivated completely. Ritu ma'am is here. We have to do something about it. Okay. Motivation. This is, don't forget, hypothalamus. I keep telling you, when you want to convey to me, we love you from the bottom of the heart, that's actually medically, scientifically not the right statement. You love me from the bottom of your hypothalamus. It's hypothalamus which makes you fall in love. Okay, moving ahead. Very little thing. I know it's time already, but 5 minutes. Midbrain. 2 cruel names. What is this sound? Just a second, bache. Just a second. 30th slide. Okay, there. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. The brain. Just a second, bache. 1 second, 1 second. Hold on. There was the sound was disturbing us. There. Now let's see. Okay. Midbrain. Midbrain, 2 cruel names. What are those 2 cruel names? Crura cerebri and corpora quadrigemina, located between the thalamus or hypothalamus of the forebrain and pons of the hindbrain. Look at this. I'll tell you, I'll show you. This image is beautiful for midbrain. Okay, where is midbrain? This part, this is midbrain. Okay, now where is, this is the thalamus, the wall, the 2 walls. This is the thalamus, this is the thalamus, the 2 wall. What is the floor of the thalamus called? Hypothalamus. Hypothalamus. So, located between the thalamus or hypothalamus, and what is down there of the forebrain, and what is this? Pons. This is midbrain. Okay, and see, what is the name I gave you? Crura cerebri, corpora quadrigemina. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see these 4 bodies? What are these 4 bodies? Corpora quadrigemina. These are corpora quadrigemina, and right in front here, this is crura cerebri. Just the nerve tracts. That is crura. I'll show you here. Okay, look at the same picture. These 4 are corpora quadrigemina. This is dorsally, behind. Okay, ventrally, crura cerebri. This in purple color, this is crura cerebri. What are these 4? Corpora quadrigemina. So you should know that it's like this. It's corpora quadrigemina behind. Okay, crura cerebri in front. This is your nose side. This is your nose side. Got that right, bache? This is this cerebral aqueduct. Cerebral aqueduct passes through the midbrain. Why passes through the midbrain? What is cerebral aqueduct doing? What is cerebral aqueduct doing? Connecting 3rd to 4th ventricle. Correct? Where was 3rd ventricle? 3rd ventricle is here. Where is 4th ventricle? 4th ventricle is here. 3rd ventricle is in diencephalon. Fourth ventricle is in pons and medulla. You got it right? Now, the duct which is connecting this, naturally that duct will pass through the midbrain. So, cerebral aqueduct, that duct which is connecting third ventricle to fourth ventricle passes through the midbrain. Got that right, Vache? Now, let's see. Moving ahead, last thing about the brain, hindbrain, 3 parts. Hindbrain comprises of, look at this, the big bump first, this is pons, the smaller last part, this is medulla, and this behind is the cerebellum. This is the little brain. Let's do it one by one. First, pons. See that big prominent structure? That's pons. How beautifully it is shown. Pons consist of, what does pons mean? Look at this. Pons means bridge. What is it bridging? It is bridging the upper part of the brain with the lower part of the brain. What is upper part? Cerebrum. What is lower part? Medulla. What is below pons? Medulla. What is above pons? Everything is above pons here. So pons is connection. It is bridging. Pons consist of fiber tracts. What is fiber tracts? Axons. It consists of axons that interconnects different regions of the brain. Right? Then comes the cerebellum. Cerebellum is behind. See this. This is behind. It's called as little brain, chotu brain. Okay. Cerebellum has a very convoluted. What is the word convoluted? Folds. Coiled. Folds. Look at this. I'll give you the smart word also for it. Will you remember it? Cerebellum has got folds. You know what are these folds called as? These folds are called as folia. Folia. What does the word folia mean? Sheets of paper. When you have a notebook is there? In the notebook you have sheets of paper. Those, see, they look like the sheets of paper. See the folds? They are called as folia. What are the folds on cerebrum called? Gyri. Got that right? Folds on the cerebrum. This is a fold. This is the fold. This is the fold. Okay. They are gyri. What are the folds on cerebellum called? Folia. Will you remember this? It's so simple. Okay. Now let's see. Last part. The medulla. Medulla is this last part. Is connected to the spinal cord. Medulla has got vital centers. Oh my God. Medulla has got vital centers. What are vital centers? What are vital centers? Medulla has got respiratory. You remember that respiratory rhythm center is in medulla oblongata? Okay. Respiratory rhythm center. Medulla has got cardiovascular reflexes. Cardiovascular center. That means your blood pressure is controlled. Cardiovascular. Heart, blood vessels. Blood flowing in them. Your blood pressure is controlled by medulla. It's got gastric. It's got peristaltic center also. Peristalsis is also controlled by medulla. All of that. So, almost done with the brain of NCERT book. I'm asking you one question. Last question. Then of course there are 4 or 5 questions which are going to be coming there. Tell me. I'm giving you options first. Is everybody there or everybody slept off and only Ritu ma'am is awake? Am I getting my hearts there? Brain is done. Am I getting my hearts there? And then I'll ask you the question. Ma'am, what happened? Oh, it's buffering? Oh my God, what is? Wait a second. Oh God. Can you see me now? Just a second. One second. It is. Sudarshan, just tell me. It's buffering a lot, they're saying. Some technical glitch in YouTube, or it's with me only? Sudarshan. Wait a second, bache. Okay. Bache, it's a technical glitch. Can you see me? Sudarshan, can you see me? Children, can you hear me?